In my last soil comparison video, FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil came on top against Dr. Q's mix. But how does it stack up against BIOFLOWER soil? That's exactly what I set out to find out in this side-by-side test. Neither of these companies are sponsoring this video or channel, but AC Infinity is a sponsor of the channel, so thanks to them. They hook up my viewers with a discount code. Use code MrGrowIt15 to save on any of their gardening products at acinfinity.com. For this experiment, I planted 6 seeds, 3 in FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil and 3 in BIOFLOWER soil, each in 1-gallon fabric grow pots. But I did something different for this grow. Instead of hand watering, I set up an auto watering system to make sure moisture levels stayed as consistent as possible across all the pots. That way, the results would reflect the soil performance, not watering inconsistencies. All 6 seeds are the same genetics, Frosted Lemonade crossed with Fire Shit. This is a collaboration between Swank Genetics and From the Stash. Throughout the grow I tracked how each plant responded in terms of growth rate and overall health. So if you've been wondering which of these soils is going to give your plants the best start, this video is for you. Let's get into it. Okay, so I have the 6 1-gallon containers here. The 3 in the back are FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil. The 3 in the front are Bio365 BIOFLOWER. So I'm all ready to plant. This top of the medium here seems to be a little bit dry, so I am going to moisten this down. FoxFarm looks fine. I'm going to try to keep an even moisture level throughout this entire experiment. One of the things that's going to help me do that is this tray to grow. Not completely set up right now. Still need to kind of wet this down and get it going. But this tray to grow with the fabric pots, that's why I'm using these fabric pots this time around, is it'll be able to actually wick up and maintain an even moisture level across all of the containers. So let's get the seeds planted and then we will go from there. Have the shot glass of seeds right here. These have been in water for about coming up to 48 hours now, and you can see all 6 have cracked open. A root appears, and so now is good timing to take it out of here and put it into the medium. Okay, all 6 seeds have been planted, and you can see I have these little clear cups over it, creating little dome here and trying to retain the moisture in that part of the soil, help with the germination on these ones. Of course, if the medium were to dry out, the seed were to dry out, then the seed would die off. So these little domes should help prevent that. You can see the temperature to humidity probe hanging down here. That's connected to my AC Infinity controller. As far as lighting, switched it up this round. I'm going with the Grandmaster level Borg Evolution. This is one of the lights that you can actually do spectrum tuning with. So right now I actually have it according to the recommendation, which is 100% cool white. And that's what's going to be run for the entire vegetative stage. Got a couple oscillating fans over here. This one's turned off, not really needed at the moment, but I do have some air circulation going on right now. Don't really need it blowing down directly onto these containers. If anything, if I were to do that, it would potentially dry out the medium a little bit quicker than I want. So for right now, it's just kind of blowing air around the top. And from here, we just play the waiting game. So probably 24 to 48 hours, we'll see these seeds start to sprout from the medium, and then we'll keep our eye on it from there. Alright, it is the next day, and you can see I added in a humidifier. Want to increase the relative humidity in the grow space. On the screen right now, you'll see the controller 69. You can see what the temperature and humidity is. 0.8 VPD, which is exactly what I aim for during this stage. Alright, so let's get in here, and you can also see I added in the EcoWit meters. I end up just putting 1 into each pot. What I mean is 1 in the pots with BIOFLOWER and then 1 in pots with FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil. Let's bust open my phone right now and see what we have for moisture percentage. FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil looks like it's at 27% and then 33% the one with BIOFLOWER. So BIOFLOWER, a little bit more moisture there. Once I do take these pots and put them onto the tray to grow, we should see a consistent moisture level. However, with the medium being different, I'd be interested to see what the percentage kind of evens out at for each of them. I have a feeling they're not going to be exact just because the medium is different, but we'll see. So getting in here, we'll just pop open each cup. All right, we've got a seedling here. Looking pretty good. We'll put this back on for right now. We'll look at each one individually. All right, yep. You can see it there. The seed hull hasn't popped off yet, but it has emerged from the soil. There's another one. The seed hull hasn't quite popped off entirely yet, but there it is right there. That one seed hull has popped off. You can see the leaves there. That one is about to pop off the seed hull and open up. And last but not least, that one's just poking its head above the soil right now. So all of these are basically sprouting at the same time. So that's good to see. And then we'll check on them day by day and we'll see how they develop. Okay, day 2. Let's take a look at the plants. I got my EcoWit app up right now so we can see it's 26% moisture in the FoxFarm ocean forest soil and 31% in the BIOFLOWER soil. Let's pop open these cups and see if they have sprouted. Alright, so this one looks good. Next one is up, alive, and kicking. Alright, 3. There, 4. 5 and 6. Alright, so all 6 have sprouted from the medium. They look about the same size right now. Everything is looking good. So we're gonna keep it running and we'll check in a day or so. Day 4, since these seedlings have sprouted from the medium and all are looking very good right now. See, growth is pretty consistent across all of the plants. You could see one, like this one right here, looks to be a little bit smaller than the others, but I wouldn't say it's drastically different. As far as the moisture percentage in the medium, the FoxFarm ocean forest soil plants are at 24%. And the BIOFLOWER plants are at 29%. So I think I'm going to give it one more day before I put it onto the tray to grow. Typically, when plants are in the 20% range, low 20s is when I do a watering. So I'll give it one more day and then I'll put it on the tray to grow. I just don't want to overwater these seedlings and stunt their growth at all. Very delicate here, and I haven't used this tray to grow yet. I could put them on there and they could be completely fine, but I haven't used this yet, so I'm not 100% sure of it. But we'll wait one more day, and I'll put it on there tomorrow. I'll put all 6 of these containers on this tray to grow, and then we'll go from there. Alright, it is day 6 since sprout, and let's just go right into checking what the moisture level is in the medium. So for the 3 plants of FoxFarm ocean forest soil, about 22% moisture, and then for the ones that are in BIOFLOWER, 27% moisture. I'm going to go ahead and put them onto the autopot tray to grow right now. Filled up the reservoir and pre-soaked the bottom here and the copper, and is now ready for the plants to be placed onto it. Take a quick look at the plants first. See some good development here. These 3 are the ones in the BIOFLOWER soil. And then we've got 3 in FoxFarm ocean forest soil. This plant right here is the smallest of the bunch. Water level seems to have stopped at this point right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on that part. And then, yeah, we'll see what these plants, what the moisture percentage goes up to for each of the mediums. Day 10 since these seeds have sprouted from the medium. And it looks like we have one set of plants that are clearly more developed than the others. This first batch here is BIOFLOWER. So for day 10, these plants look excellent. Really happy with how they look so far. All 3 of them appear to be growing very, very good. Over on this side, unfortunately, not as big. Potentially a little bit stunted there. Now, I wouldn't say they're completely a lost cause. However, I do have concerns that this auto watering isn't working as well as I'd like it to, simply because of the medium. So I'm not sure if any of you have used FoxFarm ocean forest soil and the tray to grow and put seedlings in there or not, but that's what I did here, and this is the result so far. Let's look at the moisture percentage that's showing on the app, and we can compare the two. Alright, the one up top here, FoxFarm ocean forest soil, 31%, so it did creep up, and BIOFLOWER showing 43%, so quite a big jump there. However, the BIOFLOWER one looks to be the one, again, these ones look to be a lot more developed, and they look healthy and happy, and I think it really comes down to just the lightness of the medium, how kind of more airy it is. I think it's made up more of cocoa versus peat. I believe the FoxFarm Ocean Forest Soil is more peat. So I have a feeling it's just there's too much saturation in the medium for the FoxFarm, and that the BioFlower is just the perfect medium. It's just a really good medium, I should say, for this auto watering system, and seedlings are able to last in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the 3 FoxFarm Ocean Forest Soil plants off of the tray to grow, and I'm going to put them back onto just regular saucers. And we're going to give it some time to rebound here, because clearly it looks like that they're not happy. This one looks like it's probably on day 7. This one, maybe day 8. That one could potentially be, day 9 or so. As far as just speaking from previous experience growth. I took those 3 plants off of the tray to grow, and you can see it has wicked all the way up to the top here. They're pretty heavy. Hoping that they are going to rebound. When you're overwatering seedlings, it could be detrimental to the point where it's faster to just plant new seeds. Having the medium very saturated can severely slow down growth. The leaves start yellowing, and the seedlings could just die off. So that's worst case scenario. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully now that it's off here, and these are in fabric grow pots, so there's more aeration in the medium. I'm hoping that within the next day or so, these are going to kind of bounce back and start to flourish here. And then eventually I hope to put these back on to the tray to grow. Maybe when they have a larger, more established root zone, they'll be able to take the tray to grow. They'll be able to take the higher saturated medium, no problem. Again, the plants in BioFlower soil look excellent. For day 10, this is looking really, really good. This is oftentimes what I see on day 14 when I'm growing just in FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil. So really happy with the growth so far on the BioFlower. We'll just wait and see and keep our fingers crossed that the FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil plants bounce back. All right, day 11, and let's just start off with the bad news. So the 3 plants in FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil are clearly stunted from being placed on the tray to grow. So I wasn't aware that this medium isn't really compatible with the tray to grow for seedlings. In particular, I'm not sure if an established plant in this container would have done any different, but seedlings, clearly they are stunted. Not sure how well you can see it, but the stems are even a little bit of purple at this point. Droopy, just clear overwatering symptoms. This definitely looks like it's behind for day 11. Usually I'd see a lot better growth. I took it off the tray to grow a few days ago, and the soil still appears to be very moist all the way up towards the top. The 3 plants in BioFlower soil are looking excellent. I think they're the clear winner on this one. For day 11, really, really great growth. This is typically the growth that I would see using FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil doing hand watering. Maybe about this growth, maybe actually a little bit less than this, to be honest. Let's check the EcoWit app and see what it's showing for moisture percentage. So for the FoxFarm, 28% moisture. BioFlower still in the 40s, 44% moisture. And again, the plants look to be really liking it like this. The more airier medium, the lighter medium, and a combination of the fabric pots, I'm sure, is helping provide enough aeration for the roots. Day 13 since sprout, and you can see the 3 plants in BioFlower are looking incredible. The plants over here in the FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil are still clearly stunted. You're starting to see the discoloring of the leaves now curling over, and they're definitely not happy whatsoever. Not much growth has happened, so unfortunately these plants are most likely going to get killed off. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to send out some samples to Farmer Freeman for DNA sex testing. I'll snip off a small sample of leaf off of each of these plants, send them in, and we'll find out which ones are male and which ones are female. Jumping over to day 17, and the 3 plants in BioFlower are looking really, really good. They look very, very happy, and they're being automatically watered on the tray to grow. That has made things a lot easier for me. No more guessing when it comes to watering for these plants. Now these plants over here, the 3 that were in FoxFarm Ocean Forest soil, definitely got stunted. You can clearly see that they just stopped growing at one point. Haven't really made much of a rebound, even though I've taken them off the tray to grow. several days now. I'm gonna keep them going, let the medium continue to dry out. Hopefully we can get these to bounce back. I did send them out for DNA sex testing, so we'll see if any of them are males. If they're males, I'll kill them off. If any of these do happen to be females, I will work to try to get them to recover. But yeah, overall, I definitely botched this experiment. I take full responsibility for this one. I thought that potentially both of these soils were going to be able to sit on this tray to grow and be fine. This makes me want to run BIOFLOWER from here on out. And for those that are wondering, happyhydro.com is where I got this BIOFLOWER. They always carry that soil, so I figured I'd mention that here. We'll call this experiment a wrap here. Definitely something I probably want to redo in the future and kind of get watering a little bit more dialed down on the FoxFarm, because I don't think this was a real fair experiment, seeing how some of the plants were overwatered. So this is totally on me, but I still wanted to post this video to kind of show you that, number one, seedlings that get stunted, they get stunted for quite a while here, day 17, and this is what the plants look like. Oftentimes it's said that if you stunt seedlings this young, it can definitely be faster to just plant new seeds, and those new seeds will take off and grow larger than these stunted seedlings quicker. These seedlings might not recover at all. So I wanted to show that off, and I also wanted to show off the excellent results I'm getting from BIOFLOWER. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. I'll leave it at that. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, peace.